Hello everyone, this is Daniel Cebrian and I'm gonna show you a work of CoRubric as a tool to improve argumentation by peer assessment in pedagogy students. This work has been done by Daniel Cebrian and Antonio Joaquín Franco Mariscal at the Malaga University in Spain in a group of research of science education and competencies. Argumentation in science education is considered to be one of the main pillars of science teaching. In the literature, the tool mill model is the most suitable model for explaining the structure of an argument. Some authors have simplified this model by including only the essential elements: conclusion as the statement of an argument, evidences that support these conclusions, and the justification as a link between the conclusions and the evidences. Also, argumentation is relevant socially as people need to know how to reason in different situations they may come across. In this work, we have used some instruments to evaluate the argumentation. Rubrics and electronic rubrics has been used as an instrument to measure the results of the argumentation's responses. Questionnaires and argumentation question has been used as activities in order to get the responses of the students. And we have used an evaluation methodology as peer system that each student has to assess a couple of students. CoRubric.com is a platform that we have used in order to do this kind of evaluations. This platform has been done by this group of research. CoRubric.com has some advantages that we want to highlight. First, this system allowed us to do some peer evaluation methodology, and a range of data concerning the evaluation can be collected, and this data can be exported for analysis. The results are shown instantaneously to the students and also to the professor or lecturer. The groups can be created, an evaluator role can be assigned to the students. Exhaustive evaluation can be done. That means that we can do with the same design of the rubric different evaluation on different moments or time. 360-degree evaluation methodologies can be done for self-evaluation, peer evaluation, and the research objective is to demonstrate the prefixed idea held by preserved elementary pedagogy teachers concerning evaluation of the quality of an argument and how peer evaluation slowly converges with those of the lecturer as an argumentative model that is explained and the evaluation rubric are presented. For the methods, 38 students in the third year of pedagogy degree at Malaga University in Spain has been participating. 12 hours of training program in argumentation. The students' argumentation tasks were adapted from PISA in 2 sessions based on the problem of the appearance of tooth. Each student has to take a couple of responses of the argumentation task, and they have to randomly assess in a peer assessment method to other students. These evaluations were compared with the lecturer assessment using the Pearson test in 2 situations. The first time without the use of rubrics, and in the second time with the use of rubric. In a couple of the argumentative task was bacteria that live in our mouth case dental caries, tooth decay. Caries has been a problem since the 17th, where sugar became available from the expanding sugar cane industry. Today we know a lot about caries. For example, bacteria that cause caries feed on sugar. The sugar is transformed into acid. Acid damages the surface of the teeth. Brushing teeth helps to prevent caries. Do bacteria play an important role in the onset of dental caries? Justify your response. Apart from the tooth decay activity, we have developed a lot of activities of argumentation. For that, we need to have some basic rubric. The basic rubric has the general meaning of an argument with the basic elements: evidence, justification, and conclusions, and the text that explain the different levels are explained in a general meaning. With the previous version, we have created the specific rubric. This rubric has the same number of basic elements, but now the text is adapted to the activity of the tooth decay. Now we have increased the number of levels in the justification and also in the conclusion, because we want to know if the student gives the answer taxatively or has a lack of conviction. At the beginning, the student has to create an assessment without the use of rubric, and they have to justify why they have set the next score to the student and set the levels. The criteria used by the student to evaluate the arguments are explained in the next graphic. Justification based on the argumentation itself, based on the understanding of the task required and its solution, use of the language when expressing himself, scientific understanding, other aspect. And the most common was the justification based on the argumentation itself. Furthermore, we have created a correlation between the students with the peers assessment and the lecturer. The evaluation with a rubric showed no correlation between groups, but the evaluation with rubric was more similar to that given by the lecturer, showing the next correlations. For the overall, there was a significant differences between the students and the lecturer, with 0.3. For justification and conclusion, there were also a significant differences with 0.1, but there weren't any differences significant. The conclusion shows us that our findings show the importance of research how to argue and to evaluate an argument, as the initial criteria used by the student are not related to important aspects concerning to the quality of the arguments. An understanding of argumentation and the components of an argument improve the quality of the evaluation provided by the students to some degree as they become more similar to those of the lecturer. The CoRubric.com tool used for peer review most likely also has an influence in this regard. The results show the need to offer students more opportunities to acquire skills concerning argumentation and its. These are some of the references that were used for this work, as the most important one. Thank you very much for your attention. We are glad to participate in the new perspectives in science education.